Good afternoon, folks. Today is on the 25th of November, 2024, and we are located here south of Rock Valley, kind of in the Lebanon, Iowa area, and we are going to represent Art and Anita Van Ravenhorst on a wonderful, wonderful retirement equipment auction that they got coming up on December 14 of 2024, coming up here shortly. Be here before you know it. We got Thanksgiving here this week, and it'll be coming right around the corner. So anyway, I have Art and Anita Van Ravenhorst with me here today. And Art, how long have you lived on the farm here?
Since 1966.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. Yeah, so tell me a little bit of your family history and how many kids you have, Art, and you're retiring and looking to a new chapter of life, and you're moving to Sioux Center, is that correct?
That's correct.
Bought a place there, and they're moving to Sioux Center, and you're selling your acreage here and renting the land out, I believe, so
Yep.
you're having a full retirement here this
Yep.
coming up. Yeah, so Art, tell me a little bit about you and your family.
Well, I'm going to go back to 1971. I got married to Mary Ann Vandevect, and we started farming here in 1971, and had our 3 kids, and the 80s happened, and life got a little tough, but in late 1990, Marianne came down with breast cancer, and she passed away in the summer of 1991. So, just kept farming, and about a year and a half later, I asked Anita if she would actually took her to a gospel concert in Orange City for our first date. So, and about a year later, we got married, and we've been here ever since.
So you were a widower for about 2.5 years, if I'm doing the math. Year and a half.
Yeah.
Yep. And how old were your children when your first wife passed away, Art?
Heidi was driving, so she had to be 16. Eric was about 13, and Stacy was 11.
Tough age to lose your mom, too.
Yeah.
And how old was your first wife when she passed, Art?
41 years.
41 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. And you guys have been married how long now?
31.
31 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you may be blessed with many more years to come. And, I always think, Art, when we meet with families, every family has a unique story. And every family has a unique past of what happened. And, losing your wife at such a young age and to cancer, and for your children, I can't even begin to comprehend. But thankfully, the Lord gave you a new partner, and hopefully you guys can have many years together. How many grandkids do you have, Art?
7.
7 grandkids.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. It's always amazing to me. We talk about equipment and we talk about retirement sales and estate sales, but at the end of the day, all that really matters is family.
You're right.
And the people that surround yourself. Yep.
Yep.
The rest is just stuff, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. So your kids today, where do they all live today, Art?
Okay, the oldest, Heidi, lives in Waukee with her husband, Joe, and their 2 kids. You better come up with some
Brooks
names.
and Miles.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
And then Eric and Rachel live in Orange City, and
Logan, Levi, and Kale.
yep. And then Stacy and her husband Brian live in Huntley, Illinois, and they have 2 girls, Ava and Ellie.
Well, hopefully they can all be here for the auction on December 14th. So,
Yeah.
Great.
yes, yeah. And Art said we're going to keep the snow away, just light dustings until then, right, Art? So,
Pretty much.
Yes, yes. So, Anita, I want to ask you this: what's some great memories that you have of the farm being out here? You probably got 100 of them, but
Got a lot, but one of the special ones is Bible school every year, Carmel Bible School. And the kids and the grandkids would all come home for that. And my sister comes up and her 2 girls and their grandkids, and we just have a house full. And we just have a lot of fun out here on the farm. And the kids love to go out play hide and seek and be out with the livestock. And yeah, they're going to miss it.
so how are the grandkids about you selling the farm? How are they feeling about
They're
that?
gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good memories for them too.
Yep. You
Yeah.
betcha.
How about you, Art? What's some nice memories that you have of the farm?
Oh, yeah. Just living out here and taking care of the land. And my dad bought this in 1966, and just so thankful that I could have the opportunity to farm. It doesn't come to everybody.
It doesn't. And, I always think farming is a way of life. Sometimes it becomes a business today, but it's a way of life, and there ain't a better place to raise your kids and family, that's for sure. No. And I always think when we get to do these interviews and we get to talk with families, farming is really an American legacy, and from family to family and generation to generation, like your dad to you guys, and now your kids got the privilege to be here, and your son Eric works in the farm industry with Farm Credit and stuff, and it's just kind of interesting. Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the fun stuff we got coming up on the sale. Behind us here, you got a tractor that you bought brand new. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this is a 6140 John Deere, obviously.
Front wheel assist, loader.
Yep. Bought this because I was getting sick of freezing when I was shoveling snow.
I can't say I blame you. We get cold in Iowa winters. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a good tractor. Obviously when it's 10 below or 0 and you're shoving snow, that it's a nice thing to have.
Well, and having a front wheel assist, and I noticed you still got the plastic on the seat, Art, so this thing's like brand new yet. Yeah. How many hours on this one approximately, Art?
1,130, I think.
1,100 and some hours. Wow. Just take a look at the tractor. Blake will pan the tractor here. You got rear weights on the tractor. You got front wheel assist. You got the loader on it. It's got an H310 loader. It's a 6140, I believe.
Yep.
And you bought it brand new. And talk about a good, clean tractor. That's a clean tractor. Yeah. We're going to have a couple tractors on this sale, obviously. We're going to have your 8200 and your 4240, which we'll get to in a minute here. And, folks, we're also going to have a 9500 John Deere combine on it. We're going to have a skid loader, and we'll show you some tillage equipment and stuff here, too, in just a minute. But Blake's showing you around the tractor. Let's walk to the next tractor here, Art, and we'll tell them a little bit about your 4240 also here on the auction. Did you buy this second owner, Art, or?
Yes, as far as I know, it's second owner.
Okay. This one here, folks, he's a second owner on. What can you tell me about this tractor, Art? Everything good on it as far as you know?
As far as I know, it's a good tractor. The hour meter shows 4,000 some hours, but that is not right. I'm guessing it has probably 9,000 or 10,000 hours on it.
Okay.
But it's been a good tractor. I used it mostly to plant corn and beans, and it was my sprayer tractor.
Yeah. Well,
hauled a little bit of corn to town and stuff, but
these 40 series tractors are kind of a bulletproof tractor. They go and they go and they go. Yeah. And a thing I always like about a 40 series, they always start a little easier in the winter than some of the 30 series did. Yeah. And it looks like your cab interior is pretty nice in this tractor too.
Yeah, it has a new starter 2 years ago. So
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of those that will spin a little faster. So
one thing I want to mention to you folks that are watching this video, I know some of you will be buying online on December 14 on his auction, but the one thing about it, Art will call it the way it is, and you're hearing it from the owner the way the equipment is, and that's always worth a lot because you know the kind of home it's had and the kind of care it's had. I'm going to show you the next tractor, Art. I bet this one's kind of your pride and joy a little bit too, isn't it, Art? Yeah. Take a look at this, folks. We got an 8200 John Deere front wheel assist, and Art, what do you want to tell us about this one?
Well, I bought it probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
And, it was my main tillage tractor, and obviously I, hauled the grain to town with it and that kind of stuff.
These 8200 series, guys that have them tell me all the time they really like these tractors because they're very, very dependable.
Yeah.
And does this one have the 8.1 liter engine in it, or the 7?
Think so.
The 8.1 liter, we think. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a nice tractor. Blake, just show them the cab in there too. How many hours on this one, Art?
6,700.
6,700. That's just getting broke in for a John Deere. Yeah. Yeah, I always think these 8200 series will make a red guy drool a little bit. Yeah. You bet. You got the front weights on it, I see.
Yeah.
And you got duals for this one too.
Yes.
Duals for this one too. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice tractor. Blake will show you the cab there a little bit, and about 6,700 and some hours on it, guys. And cosmetically, a pretty nice tractor. I see you got a little scratch on the front there on the side, but other than that, pretty nice tractor there. Very nice. Yeah. And what else? Anything else you want to say about the 8200 there, Art?
Well, I spent, the cylinders that steer the tractor
Yep.
are brand new. So
Oh, okay.
I spent about $2,000 on that this fall. So
Oh, yeah.
should be good to go.
Anything mechanically that you think it needs or not really?
No.
It's rock solid. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Well, you got to like an 8200 John Deere. A 40 series tractor and an 8200 series were some of the best tractors John Deere made. So we're going to go over to his shop here. He's got a Bobcat S130 skid loader here, and he's also got inside his 9500 John Deere combine. We'll stop by the skid loader here first, and then we'll show you some tillage equipment. And you know, Art, for a November day at the end of November, it's actually not too bad out here, is it?
No, it's pretty nice.
No, I only got one hand, Art, so my right hand fingers are the only ones that get cold. So, yeah. We're going to sell you we're going to sell on that auction December 14 his Bobcat skid loader here. What would you like to tell me about this, Art?
Well, the year I bought it in about the middle of December, and that Christmas day it snowed all day. And I came in that night. Well, I was a little bit crabby because, it was Christmas and no family around, but this this skid loader had a heater in it. And
Oh, yeah.
My old one didn't. And I was very thankful for that.
Yeah. And you got some attachments for it, too. You obviously got pellet forks, and you got the bucket for it, I'm sure. Yeah. No, nice skid loader. Blake, I don't know if you can pan up there to the combine a little bit, but Art, you got the 9500 John Deere combine, and I'm sure you use this. And for you folks that don't know, Art always farmed around 2 to 250 acres, so that's what the equipment's been used on, just so you guys want to know that. But what can you tell me about the combine, Art?
Oh, I bought it 2011.
Okay, so you've had it quite a while already.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, like you said, it has combined my crop, and that's basically it.
And I see you got the bin extension up on the top there, it
Yep.
looks like, which is nice. Have you done a lot of repairs or had to do a lot of repairs to the combine at all, or has it just been pretty
The
solid for you?
first year that I owned it, I brought it to the local John Deere dealer, and I think I spent about $10,000
Okay.
on the, couple of things.
Yep.
Since then, no, I have not spent a lot on it.
Okay.
I would bring it to D&K Repair, and they would do the service work on it.
Kind of have them go through it and check if it needed anything. How many hours on your combine about, Art? Do you remember?
Oh, it's on my sale bill.
Yeah, they could look at, just go to zomercompany.com, zomercompany.com, Z-O-M-E-R company.com, and you can take a look at it. We got all the hours on there, and there's probably 60 to 100 pictures of a lot of your major equipment on there that they can look at, too. Let's go take a look at your tillage stuff, Art, and take a look at your Bobcat UTV on the way there. You bought that Bobcat brand new, too, is that right? Or
It is.
Slightly used, like very, very little the way it sounded when you bought it.
Yeah. Rock Valley was flooded in 2014, and I bought it in September of 2014.
Okay. Town and Country Implement sold it to you, I'm guessing.
No,
Or
Frankens.
Frankens out of Carmel there.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did. The city of Rock Valley actually used it to transport stuff around for the flood stuff.
Okay.
So I bought a little cheaper.
Because it had a few miles on it.
Yeah. But it's been a good.
Yeah, nice straight unit. It's a Bobcat 3400, and it's 4x4. It's four-wheel drive, which is nice. You're going to miss that thing, Art.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grandkids will too.
Yeah. And I bet even you and Anita had some nice rides on it at night,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you looking forward to moving, Art, or
Yeah, a little bit.
mixed emotions, right? Mixed emotions, yeah. It's hard to say goodbye to the farm, too.
I did change. The oil was changed on it today.
Oh, okay. So it's serviced and ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's go take a look at your tillage stuff over here, too. Well, Art, I just want to say thanks to you and Anita for allowing us to do your auction. It's always a privilege to represent nice people, and especially the farm families, and we appreciate that. And folks, on December 14, we're going to sell Art's equipment, Art and Anita, and that'll be at 10:30 a.m. And we will have some small items before we start with the online items of equipment. We'll have some tools and miscellaneous items, so you're going to want to come and check that out and be here on time. And we'll have a lunch wagon here to serve you hot coffee and chocolate, and some hot dogs or hamburgers or any of that kind of stuff. So make sure you come and spend the day with Art and Anita and their family. And if you can't make it, you can bid online live at zomercompany.com, and you can take a look at all the equipment on there too. So we're going to show you Art's disc here first. Very, very, very nice shape. Art, did you buy this brand new or second owner or used?
Second owner.
Second owner, okay. Yep. Go ahead and tell us about your disc here, and Blake will pan around it and take a look. It's a 3950, isn't it, I believe?
Yes.
It's a 3950. Yep, Case IH.
Yep.
And good straight disc. And like I said, folks, he only farmed around 2 to 270 acres a year, so that kind of give you an idea. But as far as you know, it's a good solid disc,
Yes.
Art, right? Nothing that needs or anything. Yep. And you got the harrow on the back, which is very nice. And you got your field cultivator here next to it, and you also got a Westfield 71-foot auger. I see. Is that in good shape too, Art?
Yes.
Okay.
I bought that 2 years ago
Okay.
because my old auger gave up the ghost.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I bought this thing, and I emptied my bin once, filled it once, and emptied again. So I suppose about 35 to 40,000 bushel of
Oh wow!
corn
Not much.
through it since I bought it. But
Yeah.
it's a good
It's a good straight auger. You can see
straight
that.
auger.
And then you got some gravity wagons. I see you got your nice, very nice Demco wagon, and then you got some other gravity wagons. And then we're not standing there right by it, but tell me about your planter too, Art. It's a John Deere planter.
Yeah.
Blake's going to go down there and pan that a little bit and show that. But tell us about your planter too.
Well, yeah, that's. I haven't used it much. About 8 or 9 years ago, I let my a friend of mine plant my crops. So the last few years, haven't used that planter much, but it still works.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy, Art, but one thing I'm seeing in the farm auction world is a lot of those smaller planters actually are in demand again.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys with these big 24-row planters and 16-row planters like them because, like you get a year this year in June when we got flooded out a little bit, they like to go back in there and plant some of those wet spots and that, and it's hard to get in there with the big planters. So there was a period that the value wasn't where it is today, but now the value on them is pretty good again because they're kind of using them for that. So, and you're going to have some livestock equipment too, your manure spreader and your livestock trailer and your disc mower. And yeah, folks, there's going to be a lot of wide variety of stuff here that you're going to want to come and check out on their auction. And it's always interesting to me, Art, when you said you've been farming as long as you have. And, you know, we all want to get old and we all want to retire, but that's also a chapter that's hard yet too because, you say goodbye to the farm and you've obviously been out here because you enjoy it, you know. Yeah. You bet. Anything else, Art, you want to add to the video that you thought of?
Well, you know, I'm looking at that feed shed I bought on my neighbor's auction.
Okay. Which neighbor?
Marv Mao.
Okay.
Where Steve Post lives now.
Okay.
But I paid $300 for that thing. But Dr. Jim Mao built that.
Oh, really? Did you see that, Blake, on the feed shed over there?
When he was in high school, he built that. So.
And it lasted all these years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I tell you what,
Came out last week or so and just looked
that feed shed, a lot of hog feed or whatever, you know, sows and
cattle feed too.
Cattle
probably.
feed. A lot of tons of feed went through that thing. So.
That's pretty good. One thing I'm guessing you won't miss, Art, is thawing a cattle fountain out that's frozen in the wintertime, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but all the good things sure outweigh that. You know, I always think it's so neat for families, like I say, to make their memories out here. It's just good stuff, you know. And Art and Anita, I appreciate you sharing some of your past with your wife that passed and stuff too. And, you know, I can speak in my own life, Art, you know, losing my arm in an accident, which was 30 years ago this year. You know, it's amazing to me how that sometimes we think we have plans for life, but then sometimes God has a different plan. So, yeah. Well, hopefully it's a beautiful day on December 14th. You ordered nice weather and nice sunshine, I think, right, Art? So
Pretty much.
Yeah. We're not in control, but we hope we get a beautiful day. So
Cold doesn't bother me, but
no, me neither. They always say to me, "How can you do these auctions with no hat on?" And it's like I got too much hot air coming out, so it must keep my ears warm. So yeah. You bet. Well, thanks again, Art and Anita, for letting us do your auction. And folks, I just want to make sure you attend on December 14, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. Directions are on our website at zomercompany.com. And please come and spend the day with Art and Anita and their family. It'll be a nice day, and we get the honor to sell some nice equipment for some nice people. And Art, is there anything else you'd like to tell people, or Anita, anything else you'd like to add to that?
Thank you for all your help and
thank you.
all of this.
Well, we appreciate that, Art. And I would just say this, too. If you want to call Art about his equipment, Art, you can give him your cell phone number if you'd like to do that. It's on the sale bill, too. But go ahead and tell him what it is, Art.
541-1742.
And that'll be area code 712. So you can give them a call, and they'll be happy to do that. And if you want to come over and look at Art's equipment or tractors, I'm sure if you call ahead of time, Art and Anita would be happy to show you around. So again, on behalf of Zomer Company and on behalf of Art and Anita Van Ravenhorst, we thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.